Hello and welcome to Round Glass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas. We are going to go on a grounding journey together. Our yoga practice today, we are going to explore how to settle and surrender. Settle and surrender. When we are in a committed practice or when we take a pose and we get committed to our breath and being in the shape, we then get a sense of what's going on below the surface, the energetic experience. This is where we're going to be exploring today. So when you come into a pose, you choose to stay there. You can then choose to settle in, get a little deeper, get comfortable in your tissues. And when breath is linked through the process, that's when we have the opportunities to surrender. This is all work of the root chakra. The root chakra is connected to home, family, security, safety. So when we start to play with our understanding of being settled in the body, the sacred space, settled in our homes, our personal space, that all becomes the energy that we experience on the inside and around us. So let's do the work to get settled within our bodies so that we can share the experience of more calm, more ease, and more joy with those that we're in this dance of life with. Okay, go ahead and come into your seat. We'll start off in a short and simple meditation. So you can sit like me in Virasana or with your ankles crossed in Sukhasana. Then ground your palms to your thighs, close your eyes, and begin to focus on the flow of breath in and out of your nose. With your vision turned inward, start to sense and feel the impacts on your inner energy. Lean in a little more to your exhales. And as you breathe air out, look for the opportunity to soften physically, and surrender or let go of some of the energy that's been built up on the surface. The surface being our physical bodies. Annamaya kosha. Now bring your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Press your palms together to create some energy, some interplay between your right and your left side. Then lift your heart up into your thumbs. Allow your inner body to be bright. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands to your thighs. Blink your eyes open and ground your vision at the earth. Then slowly lift your gaze. All right, yogis, let's come into our first asana, child's pose. So go ahead and slide your block over to the side. Oh, I should say, we're going to be using props in this practice. So make sure that you have a block or a cushion close to you. We'll be in child's pose for a couple minutes. So go ahead and grab your props if you need them. Then come into your grounding first asana. Big toes touch, knees nice and wide. Lay your ribs down in between your thighs until you can rest your head on the earth or your hands. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. Close your eyes and begin to deepen your breath in and out of your nose. So we're expanding on the natural pathway of your natural breath. We're working with your nature. With every inhale, breathe into your back and your side ribs. With each exhale, settle more towards the ground. Feel your shoulders soften, your back melt in. Stay here and look for the possibilities to expand with each inhale and settle, surrender with each exhale. This pulsation between brightening your inner body and settling into your sacred space is the same through every pose, through every breath cycle for the duration of our practice today. Let's crawl our hands a little more forward. Crawl even further until you expand from your hip creases through your fingertips. And you can dig your knuckles down and raise your elbows up off the mat. Keep the space behind your heart soft. Next inhale, rise through a modified tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Continue to breathe Ujjayi. So hear and feel your whisper muscles contract at the back of your throat. Both sides of your breath will give you a sound and a sensation. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let's come into Ragdoll, forward fold at the back of your mat. Palms to shins, halfway lift, shine your heart forward. Press down through all four corners of your feet. Bend your knees generously. Fold your ribs to your thighs, then drop your head. Catch opposite elbows. Let the weight of your arms help traction open your back body. And if it feels good, sway. Allow yourself to settle into this shape. Release your hands to the ground. Crawl your fingertips forward. Come back into your downward facing dog, your home base pose. What adds to you feeling at home in this shape? Press more through your hands, work your ribs towards your thighs. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. With your inhale, sweep your right leg high. So use your whole breath to complete the lift. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Shift your shoulders over your wrist and pull your knee in. Inhale, kick up and back, three-legged dog, nice and smooth. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step to your right thumb. Gracefully lower your back knee down. Keep your left toes tucked. Inhale, sweep your arms up, Untitled, low crescent lunge. So with your arms up high, tune your attention into your lower body. Squeeze your inner thighs together. As you gather towards your center line, you'll feel this lift, but it's from using the earth for your support. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth. Straighten your right leg until you flex your right toes. Inhale here, scoop your heart through. Exhale, melt your heart towards your right shin, Hanumanasana, half splits. Just notice and lean into the edges of this first shape. So the edge being where you feel a sensation that's a little uncomfortable. That's your body's response to when you encounter tension or tightness. Resistance is stuck energy. On your next inhale, shift forward through a low lunge. Lift your left knee up off the mat. On your inhale, shine your heart forward. Think cow pose. Get long through your whole spine. On your exhale, press down through your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull your belly back. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Dragonfly twist. Soften your shoulder blades down your back and spin your heart higher towards the sky. Look down, both hands to the ground. Step back, high plank. Lower both knees to the mat. Look forward. Exhale,
Send your belly to the ground. Untuck your toes, slide your hands back underneath your elbows. With your feet grounded, inhale, lift your heart and your head. Low cobra. Exhale, melt back down. Press into your hands. Shift your hips back to your heels, coming through child's pose again. Take a few breaths here and allow your energy to settle. This resting pose is always available for you. Use it as a check-in to reconnect with your breath and your purpose for your practice. When you're ready, downward facing dog. In your dog pose, notice the difference between your two sides. What impact did the yoga asanas on the right side make for you? Now track the changes as we move through the left. Inhale, sweep your left leg high, nice and steady. Exhale, knee to your nose, zip up your low belly. Inhale, expand up and back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step to your left thumb, even if it takes a couple of steps. Lower your right knee down, right toe stay tucked. Press down through your left foot. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your arms. Anjaneya. Set your gaze straight forward. And notice where you can settle and soften into this shape. Maybe it's your shoulders down your back, or settle your gaze to one point. As we embody a calm energy, it starts to be our neutral point. Rather than something we're aiming for, it becomes something we naturally are. Take a big breath in. Exhale, return your hands to the ground, frame your left foot, slide your hips back, straighten your left leg. Articulate your spine. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, bow. Tune into your breath. Continue to extend on every inhale. And each exhale, draw your low belly back. Next inhale, shift forward through your low lunge. Bring both hands to the top of your mat again. Pop your right knee up. One cat-cow here. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Get long through your spine. Exhale, from your feet up to your core, gather. Inhale, left arm high. Wrap your right ribs under, so move from your center rather than your arm. With your next exhale, look to the earth, ground your vision. Plant your hands, step back. For today, lower your knees down. Shift your vision forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Ground through your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, press into your hands, shift through child's pose. And when you're ready, use your inhale to come to downward facing dog. Steady your breath. The smooth quality of your breath, the equanimous nature of your breath, helps to calm your nervous system. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, walk your feet up to your hands. Nice and steady, yogis. Palms to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Press through your feet, inhale, rise. Use your whole breath to lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Set your gaze at your fingertips or close your eyes. Remember your intention for your practice today. Let this be your commitment for the quality of your energy that you cultivate within your yoga. And trust that with your commitment, your practice, your embodiment, you'll have access to this energy wherever you go, uplifting the energy wherever you are. Take a deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. Let's flow.
Keep your hands united. Inhale, stretch your prayer hands up overhead. Look beyond your thumbs. Exhale, trace your center line, forward fold. Palms to shins, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your feet back, high push up. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your knees and lower your heart. Inhale, low cobra, activate your back body. Exhale, slide through child's pose. And when you're ready, meet in downward facing dog. Smooth and steady breath here. In and out of your nose to help calm your nervous system. On your next inhale, look forward, bend your knees, see your pinky fingers, and spring to step both feet outside of your pinkies. Slightly turn your toes out, heels in, halfway lift here, bend your knees and extend your spine. Grab your block or your pillow, set it between your heels and a few inches back. Sit down into your yogi squat pose. Hands united at heart center. Okay, yogis, we're all going to have a different squat pose. So for this one, you want to make sure that all four corners of your feet are pressing down into the earth and you have something stable to sit on. We're going to work some articulation of the spine here to get deeper into our hips, settle our energy down towards our roots. So you can either keep your hands at heart center or catch your shins, whatever feels best to you. Seated, we'll take some mini cat-cows. On your inhale, shine your heart forward. On your exhale, pull your low belly back and rock back onto your sits bones. Good. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, shift back, belly back. Couple more rounds. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. I'll turn to face y'all. Inhale. Exhale. Now come to neutral. Find your steady, still space within the forward flexion or backward flexion. Settle deeply into your hips. And bring your breath as a calming force through all of the movement and all of the settling. Let your breath be a grounding wind. Almost there. A couple more deep breaths. Close your eyes if you need to. And allow your weight, your physical weight, to settle more towards the earth. And allow your exhale to be a pathway to shed any excess energy that you no longer need. Free yourself up. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open if you have them closed. Move gently, fingertips to the earth. Slowly press down through your heels. Lift your tail high. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Wide forward fold. Hands to the earth. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Let your head sway. Then ground your hands, walk your feet back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Come down to your knees, sit back on your heels, really squeeze both legs together. So harness the power of your center line here, hands to heart center. We were just doing some external rotations and now you're hugging into your center line. Pull the energy back to you. Deep breath in, open mouth, let it go. Hands to the earth, downward facing dog. All right, pedal out your knees, yogis. And then look up to your thumbs. Step your thumbs together so your hands move slightly in. See your pinky fingers, then drop your head, see your heels. Pressing through both hands, inhale, sweep your right leg high like a paintbrush. Exhale, step to your right pinky. With your hands on the ground or on blocks, bring in that motion of cat-cow. Inhale, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, pull your inner thighs together. Activate your lower energy centers in your core. Then, gently set your left heel down or knee down. Continue to shine your heart forward.
With as long a spine as you can, lower down to your degree. For this first variation, really press down through your right big toe mound and pull your right knee in towards your heart. Sometimes I like to wrap my right arm around my right knee and stay more lifted. This gives me the opportunity to lean into my right thigh bone. So it's more stabilizing rather than opening. Notice what feels best for you. And your breath is that tool for investigation. Okay, second variation. Spin your right toes out to 2 o'clock and turn onto the pinky toe edge of your right foot. So this will be an external hip rotation as well. Lower down to your forearms if it's in your practice, or you can stay lifted on your hands or on a block. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, draw your low belly in. Continue to stay connected to your lower energy centers. And with each exhale, you create Uddiyana Bandha, the upward lifting lock, right below your belly button. Option to stay here or take a quad stretch. Left hand to the outside of your left side of your mat. Inhale, circle your right arm up and around. Bend your left knee. Pull your heel towards your bum. Make a connection if it's available. Open up across your heart. Let your head follow. Open throat. Deep breath in. Lion's breath. Exhale. Gently release your back foot, both hands to the ground. With your left toes tucked under, step back, downward facing dog. We'll do lion's breath again. That's a huge clearing breath. Just let go of anything that's in your space that isn't contributing to your energy being what you're aligned with today. Slide your thumbs back together. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, step to your left pinky. Inhale, grow forward through your heart. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Gently set your right knee down. Lizard pose, first variation. Ground through your right palm. If you like doing that on the other side, wrap your left arm around your left knee. Pull your left knee in towards your heart. Put some weight from your left shoulder onto your left leg. Deepen your roots through your left foot. Now dive into your breath. Every exhale, where can you soften physically? Knowing that softening is a releasing of anything excess. When we're gripping or holding on tight within our bodies, that carries an energy that we feel and that others feel around us. Second lizard variation, spin your toes out to 10 o'clock. Externally rotate, come onto the knife edge of your foot, lower down to your degree. With your arms or your hands supporting you, notice how you can soften your heart towards the earth with each exhale. And as you breathe here, embody the energy that you hope to feel when you are at your most calm or creative. Let this asana be a generator for that energy. How do you want others to feel when they're in your presence? Be and breathe into that energy now. Last variation, come up to your hands, slide your right hand off the mat. Big circle, open across your heart with your left arm. Quad stretch, optional always. Squeeze your heel in towards your glutes, hug in through your roots, then open up across your throat. One clearing lion's breath, big inhale, tongue out, exhale. Nice work, yogis. Release. Both hands to the ground, pop your right knee up, and step back, downward facing dog. Paddle out your knees. Then walk halfway up your mat, drop down to your knees, sit on your heels. We will come into half Virasana. So we'll be using a variation with our blocks today. So half Virasana or full Virasana is knees together, heels wide, sit between the heels. Today we'll be using the block or cushion underneath the seat, one knee bent, one foot out in front of us. So we'll start with the right side. Bend your right knee, slide your right heel to the outside of your right hip, seated on your block, bend your left knee, plant your left foot on the ground. Then catch the front of your left shin. Sit up nice and tall, like you're shimmying your shoulders high. And bring in some micro cat-cows here. On your inhale, shine your heart forward. You can even look up. On your exhale, pull your belly back, round your spine. See if you can work your ribs towards your thighs. Keep the micro movements going. They can be really subtle or big. But these soothing, rocking motions help us to settle and coax the tissues open of our hips that support our low backs and walking, sitting all day long. And the rocking is also really soothing to the nervous system. If you want to move on, you can always sit on the earth. We'll take a couple more rounds of breath here. And then we'll switch sides. When you're ready, you can bring your right foot forward and then step your left foot behind you. You may need a few more steps as you transition to the other side. There's always so many ways to go into the different poses, so find the transitions that work best for you. Our practices all look different because we're all working with different contributions, different life factors, and different energy. Let's get committed to shedding what we no longer need so that we all may settle and surrender more into our own personal sacred space now. Add in the micro cat-cows as you're in half Virasana with your right knee bent, right knee pointing to the sky, left heel outside of your left hip. Cat-cow is within every pose. Every breath we're looking for expansion on the inhale and a settling, an opportunity to surrender on the exhale. So whenever you're in more of a static hold, you can always add in this gentle pulsation linked with your breath. Bring in the quality of vinyasa, a smoothness, an intentional ease with your movements, even in a static pose. Okay, yogis, go ahead and remove your block. We'll come into one more shape. Keep your block close to you. Lay down on your back with your knees bent, knees pointing to the sky. Slide your block underneath your sacrum, either on the lowest setting or the middle setting for supported bridge. So the sacrum is the triangular bone at the base of your spine. You don't want to be on the soft spot. You want to be on the hard part of your lowest of the low back. And then from there, allow your bones to be supported by both your block and your mat. Keep your gaze straight up to the sky and about 6 inches back behind you. When you're ready, extend your arms by your sides. Can you dive deeper into your breath? Option to extend your legs forward so you're in more of a supported Shavasana with your block lifting up through your sacrum. As you surrender any effort through your legs, can you even allow your psoas muscles, the connectors from right underneath your ribs all the way down your inner groin? Can you let those muscles start to settle and surrender?
in a conscious practice of letting go or freeing up your own inner energy. You make space for the intelligence of your body to work with more ease. About 3 more deep breaths, yogis. If your legs are extended, slide your feet back underneath your knees. Press down through all 4 corners of both feet. Gently lift your hips up. Move your block out to the side and slowly lower down 1 vertebra at a time. Constructive rest. Tap your knees together, feet wide. Either your arms by your sides or press your thigh bones away from you. Give your low back a little stretch. And now extend both legs forward, arms by your sides for final rest. Shavasana. This is the pinnacle of our practice, where all your work comes together and takes root within you. So as best as you can, let go of any effort in your body. Let go of any effort in your mind. And allow yourself the ultimate surrender. Awakened rest of Shavasana. If you have the time and the space to stay longer, please do so. If you're ready to move on, begin to reawaken your fingers and your toes. Start to deepen your breath. Gather your arms and your legs into a small ball and slowly roll over to one side. As you're turned inward, notice how you feel now. Hold that energy close as you press yourself up to a seat. Let's meet with our hands joined in prayer at heart center. When we do this work of consciously choosing to settle our own energy and surrender to the pulsation of life, we free ourselves up from the daily stress of the daily grind and become a part of the bigger dance of the universe, universal energy. That is the practice of yoga. 1 Om. Deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today. I'm Leah Cullis, and I hope to see you again soon. Please join us for more yoga and meditation on round.glass or on our app. Be well, yogis.